Hey guys, Lady Mom T here. I wanted to show you this journal I made out of a book. Now, I've never done this style before. It was a lot, you guys. For people who make journals like all the time in this style, like, it's a lot. But I really wanted to do the Alice in Wonderland theme because I had the paper pack and I was just like, what can I use that for? Because that pack is full of beautiful paper. So I decided to make this. Now it's a little full, but let me just show you everything. So on the spine of the book, I used my little crocodile or whatever it is, and I put a little ring in there, and then I made this trunk chain to hang off of it with all these different colors that made me think of different parts of the movie. And then I have a little Alice charm here. I have, there we go. Oh my goodness. I have the little bunny charm right there. And I have like a sweets, and I have a key hanging, and then I have a cat. Oh god, I have a cat that kind of reminded me of the Cheshire Cat in the story, so I put that on there. And just little candies here and there. And this made me think of the mushrooms. I don't know, like just certain beads made me think of it. I put a cat on here too. Just certain beads made me think of the story. So I picked them out. Oh yeah, here's a mushroom right there. Look at that. And I put that with the mushroom because it just made me think of mushrooms. So I covered the spine with some lace right here. And then I used this from the Dollar Tree. These are so beautiful, by the way. I not only did I just use the adhesive that is on the back of these, I hot glued it down because I want to make sure it wasn't going anywhere. I got it on the back. And I stitched in my packs. I can't remember what you actually call them. So if you're not familiar with making this style journal, each one of these bundles of paper had to be sewn in. Some math happened, a ruler was involved, and I was able to get each one of these bundles sewn in. I used a yarn needle and some twine. Like I said, with some measuring and some praying, I was able to sew in each booklet individually into the spine of the book, because this was a book, just a book, and I cut the original book out and used the skeleton, I guess, of the book to make my own journal. And she's a little fluffy. She's a little fluffy. I don't want to push too, I don't want to mess with it, so I let her be fluffy. So I loved this paper pack. Like, I cannot even begin to tell you how beautiful it was. I glued these down. On the cover, I really liked this section right here of this page, so I had to kind of maneuver it about to get the middle part of it, because I liked this part. I liked that it said it's always tea time. I liked it. This here, I made this last year for a project, and I just kind of stuck it to this doily. I've had these doilies forever from the Dollar Tree, and I wanted to use them, so I took the biggest ones and just cut them down to size. And these are like my booklets. I think I have 5 in here. I made pockets on all of these book pages here. I cut these out of the paper pack. I mean, it's beautiful. the cards that come in this that you can cut out, they're just so beautiful. You can write on the back, which I've already started writing in this journal. I haven't written on these yet. So you're going to see some writing here and there. I, again, have been putting cards in here and there. I wrote on the back of this one. And this book is, so I have a journal that I write in with all my happy memories. It literally has nothing but happy memories. This one is going to have every memory that isn't happy. I put pieces of old book in there, and then just regular paper to write on, and just each section I put these little put these little holders in there. And look, I mean, I love this paper pack. I'll link it down below. I'm sure it's still available on Amazon. I mean, a lot of people have used it. But yeah, guys, I used random things like explore. Here's another piece of the paper. And I used every piece except for one out of this pack. I had one left over when it was all said and done. But this was so much fun to do. Oh, and I put these in also. I used the little, we had a bunch of leftover bags from a birthday party, gift bags. So I tucked these in throughout the pages, and I put the little tags inside and decorated the other side. And there's a page that comes with this pack that has little playing cards on it. I cut all these little playing cards out so I could use them to decorate throughout the book. And this was so much fun because it actually like took work, and I enjoyed it so much. You have so many inserts to use. There's beautiful paper, and I had enough to decorate this whole book. I mean, this was just the best time to make this, and it couldn't have come at a better time in my life because I'm going through and processing so many emotions from my past and present. I made this tag out of leftover scraps from this pack, this paper pack, and I used my little crocodile thing to put that in there. And I have like a regular color on the back, but all my extra pieces that couldn't really be used for anything else, I turned into tags because I wanted to use just as much of this as I could. Then I put this in, and this is closed up. I could, pull on this and open it, and there's stuff inside here also, but I'm not gonna mess with that now because it'll take forever. But this has some danglies on it as a crown and just a little ball. But this paper was so beautiful. I even, what is that called? I inked paper for the first time. Like, I've never fussed around like that before, but this time I did. I left this one open just in case I, happen to have anything I can put in. And then I made these three are just, I can write on these tags that I made. Pages, just different style pages. These right here, I inked the edges of them. Like I said, I've never really messed with that before because I thought you had to have certain things, but you don't. Like, I used this cheap ink that I bought off of Amazon, and like a painting sponge, and they turned out really nice. So yeah, inking is definitely fun. Oh, this fell out. I don't know where it came from, but I'm just going to tuck it back in here. Inking definitely gives it a different look, and I do enjoy it, so I will probably do that more often. Here's some more cards from inside of this packet. I mean, you guys, this paper pack was so beautiful. I just can't. I put another bag in there, and I used the red because of this woman here, the evil Queen of Hearts, so I used red bags in here. And this ephemera came from some random ephemera packs that I've gotten over the past few years that I've never used. So I figured a clock would, just odd things, you know, like an empty bird cage and a clock for sure. And then this, I put a butterfly ephemera on. I made this little guy here. And you just open him up and there's a butterfly notepad for more journaling. Lots of journaling options. Up here, these I made and I tucked this stuff inside. Again, this I did not get from the paper pack. These right here, I'd printed these off like last year for Halloween. And these open up too, these corner things. And you can just see some of the paper. I don't know why I did it like that. I don't know. I didn't want them just hanging, so I put them down. I could probably do something with those later. I just put this here, the corner thing. All those cards that I cut out are just tucked away in those. See, and again, scraps. Like I said, I used almost every piece of this except for one page. All the tiny pieces I would use to line the bottom. Like, I used everything I could. I just tucked cards down here. This I left open for whatever. Here's another bag that I put in. This time I put this here. Again, a clock, the cards. And inside I actually, I got this from another pack. Just like a random, it was just a little flip book that had gold and white pages in it, and these ones you can write on, and like as you can see, I've written on most of them except for one, because this is my journal that I'm writing in about just everything that's not happy, you know, because we experienced a loss in my fiance's family and it deeply affected them, and it just made me think of, you know, all the people that I've lost in my life, and I know that my kids are going to go through that someday, so I wanted them to be able to read my thoughts and feelings and processes, so maybe that'll help them someday when they're older. I don't know. This I attached with a little gem, and it pops out and dangles down. And it just says, "It isn't what we say or think that defines us, but what we do." And this here is a sticker from Halloween, but it went with the whole drink me. Apparently I didn't put a gem here, but yeah, like went with that whole thing. And this I did like a little corner pocket, because this was so big. It's a really nice picture, but on the back it's a postcard, so I just thought it was really cool. This was just a random throw together. I have a red and white flower up here behind some old storybook ephemera. And I used a strip that was left over to put down, and I had a lot of cards left over, so at that point I was just laying stuff down. This last page, I didn't have anything else I wanted to do. I didn't need any more cards because I already had some empty, so I just left it blank, and I can write on that if I want. And this, throughout the book, there's these hope stickers. Those came from the Dollar Tree. And here is, this is attached, this gold line, this is attached to the other one on the front. And then at the very back I put "Never lose hope," because this book is going to have memories from my life that aren't the happiest. And I thought that it was appropriate for this theme because I don't know about the original story, I'd have to look it up, but in the movie she'd lost her father and she was sad, and when you lose things, you know, sometimes your grief can really make you feel like you're going crazy. Sometimes your anger can, your love, you know, sometimes there are emotions that just get so overwhelming you kind of feel like you're going crazy, you know. Especially if it's going wrong. So that's why this theme was ideal to use. Alright you guys, I just wanted to show you what I've been working on. I know I have not been on here nearly as much as I used to be. I've cut back on shopping a lot because I literally I don't have any room for any more crafts. That's why it's like I need to start crafting and using what I have. So I force myself to stop buying craft stuff, and I don't do like a lot of hauls really because I don't need the stuff, you know. I don't need it. Not to mention, if you guys remember, one of our goals was to start saving money for our forever home, and we have been doing very good on that because we need a bigger place because there's a lot of us. Alright you guys, I hope you enjoyed this, and as always, I love you and thanks for watching.